Evening, everybody.
Hi, Andrea.
Hello, Helen. You all right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My computer actually completely crashed the other day, so I'm on my laptop, so I'm hoping it works.
Oh,
Nice to see you. Gorgeous. You're all right. I've got like a tiny little screen, keep going slow. Is it coming through a bit weird on here?
no,
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's chat. All right. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
Hi, my lovely. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just checking all my bits and pieces are working because I seem to be on a bit of a slow loop on my end. But I think as long as it's all right your end, we'll be all right, I think.
Yeah, it sounds okay to me.
Hi, Charlotte. Hello. All right, gorgeous. Not sure how many we've got on tonight, but there'll be some people doing the recording, I think, on the catch-up. So we're going to need an oil of your choosing. I'm actually working with peppermint oil tonight because this is the oil of a buoyant heart. And because we're working a little bit on thymus tonight, and so I thought that'd be quite a nice oil to work with. I'm going to share with you a lovely sequence that is great to like reboot your energy system, great for clearing energy as well, and it's just a really nice reset actually. Hi Lou, are you a bit better? Yeah, cool. Good. Oh, Helen, goddess on the screen there.
Goddess is sitting in bed because it's the only place that's warm.
Oh, really? I know we've actually got the fire going here, but the heating's not on at the back here. It is a bit chilly.
It's still cold, but I've got my oil from Ibiza.
Oh, lovely. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Use
it's lovely that oil, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've loved it too. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Andrea.
Hello, honey. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Is this your
long
first
time
time
no
at
see,
yoga? Your first time at yoga? Yeah,
Sorry?
I think it's your first time at yoga, yeah?
I think I've been before, maybe 1 or 2 classes, but long time ago, yeah. I mean, like the online one, yeah.
Ah, lovely. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We will get started, ladies. And like I said, I just to kind of apologise in advance, I am on my laptop tonight because my computer, we had a short, like a power cut the other day, and it's just completely shorted out my computer. It's completely wiped it, so it's at the repair shop at the moment. And so I'm on this little tiny laptop, so I'm hoping it'll hold out for the session. But if not, then apologies in advance, but hopefully we'll be all right. But I'm just on a bit of a delay at this end, which looks a bit strange to me, but anyway, try and get over there. All right, so we're going to come into a little session about Ojas tonight, and really this is really connected to our immune system, because I know that there is so much stuff going around at the moment, and so many people are saying, oh my god, I've got a cold and I've picked up this and that virus and this, that and the other. So I thought we'd do a little session that will just really help us, and sometimes for some of us probably just a little reminder. This is probably stuff you already know. And then we're going to go into a gentle energy tune-up, which I think is always a great thing to do for our system at all times, really. But we've just been through this really powerful full moon energy last week, and it was quite a big fire energy that really was kind of inviting us to step up. Hi, Sarah. Hello, in your new house. And really inviting us to step into our authenticity. And because this week is the waning moon, so we're into waning energy now, this is the week of the wild woman, but also the air element. And the air element is very much associated to the heart chakra. So we're going to do a little bit around the heart as well to really get us up into our love lane. And yeah, just to really fire up this beautiful energy around the heart space. So if you want to get yourself comfy, like I say, if you want to grab an oil of your choosing, and I'm going to light a candle at this end. If you have got a candle at your end, then it'd be very lovely to light that. I'm going to have a prayer of the heart meditation as well, just to kick us off tonight. Literally, if you saw it at this end, I've got my laptop propped up on yoga blocks. So it's high enough. So yeah, not very good at this. I'm just trying to not set fire to any of my wires. All right, so yeah, so just lighting your candle, and we'll just gently open up our space tonight. So if you want to bring your oil in, and again, whatever oil you feel that you like to work with, and I just wanted to say actually also that I use particularly doTERRA oils, which are very pure oils. If you you might find, like, and I can use them quite neat. I tend to use them quite neat if I take them into my palms, but you may want to dilute your oils. So you know, again, just make sure that you look after your cells at your end. So you might want to have just a breathe in. So just bring it up close to your nose. Just take a few breaths. And just allow the connection to the molecules of the oil to begin to bring you into our sacred space tonight. Just having a few breaths there. We're going to start the session with just a little bit of thymus tapping or thymus thumping. So we're going to come to the point just above, kind of like right in the middle between like where the top of the collarbone is here and the center of the heart there, but just above it. So just a couple of finger points above it. There's like a little sweet spot. It feels a little tender when you actually press on it. So we're just going to start to tap a little bit, or you can use your fist, but again, we don't want to bruise ourselves here. It's just a nice gentle tap around here as I tell you a little bit about the thymus point. So this is really associated to the heart chakra, the anahata center, and the thymus gland that is associated is actually the first gland in our body to begin to age. So by stimulating the thymus gland with this tapping, it really allows energy to move into that area. And as we tap into the thymus gland, our bodies begin to release little T cells into our system, which help kind of mop up any like rogue viruses and nasties that we might have in our system. So this is a really good practice to bring in. Wakes up the lymphatic system as well, yeah. So this is a really great little practice, really. It's quite easy. You only need to do it like 20-30 times, but to really help support us through these, you know, these next few months. We've got the clocks changing next weekend. I didn't realize it was that close. My fella's just reminded me, oh, clocks change next week. Shit. Really? All right, so just have a little tap, and then we're just going to extend that a bit more out, so just underneath the collarbones as well. So let's just move around those little lymph nodes as well. Just start to spread that lovely tapping vibration out right across the chest. I don't know if you can hear that because my microphone's right next to it. It sounds like I'm thumping. Right, so once you feel that is nicely activated, I'm just going to rub your palms together and just create a little bit of heat in your hands. And then I'm just going to place your hands over that point. So you can place 1 or 2 hands, whatever feels good for you. I'm just going to put one over just so that I don't block my mic off. And then I'm just going to close our eyes down a moment. And just drop it into your breath. We're going to ground our energy. So you might feel a sense of vibration where you've been tapping already, where you've activated that thymus gland. It's also called the happiness point. So if we're feeling a bit stressed or anxious, this is the time of year when often that can be a thing as well. So just tapping on that point can help really to calm down the nervous system. And I talk about this quite a lot in yoga, that our practices really want to be calming down the nervous system, especially at this time of the night. Just allow your breath to gently expand towards your hands. So just start to feel that your breath deepens a little. Just allowing your awareness to come back towards your body. Just dropping a grounding cord from the base of your body, however that it looks for you. So whether that is like a thread, like a life thread, or a thick root. You might want to even circle a little bit as well, which is quite a nice thing to do to help your energy ground. And just imagine that your root just begins to gently spiral down through the floor, down through the foundations of your building. Deeper down into the softness of the earth beneath. Deeper down through the bones of our ancestors. Deeper down through layers of rock, crystal, granite. Deeper down through sacred waters. All the way down to the very heart of this beautiful earth. As you come to a still point, just feel your energy grounding, as if you're calling yourself back home to yourself. And with your next breath, just feel that you take up a little bit more space from that grounded place. And allow your awareness now just to gently travel upward. To the sky, the clouds. So touch into your beautiful soul star. Like a crystal vibration down through that thread and connecting you in towards your heart space. Just drop into the heart, into this space called heart. However you want that to look for you, whether it be a crystal cave, a little raft on a warm, calm ocean that just floats and sustains you. Like a warm hug from behind, just taking the time to settle into the place we call heart. With your next breath, just feeling into a beautiful intention you'd like to set for your practice today. What is resting on your heart at the moment? Maybe you can bring to your heart something that you felt grateful for today, something that has produced a beautiful inner smile. Just taking a moment just to really allow your breath to become a gentle flow. And gently connect into this flow of prana, this life force energy. The flow of well-being, flow of love, the flow of life. Just really replenishing all of the spaces that have become depleted through the day, where we've given our energy away. Begin to gently call it back. In this stillness, remember that you are always held, always supported. Even when the winds of life may seem to swirl around you, there is a quiet centre within that remains steady, unshaken. Return to this place whenever you need, a place of calm, of peace, and of love. Very gently, just deepen our breath a little. And hopefully your energy feels a little more grounded after your day. And just before we go into our practice, our movement, I just want to share a little bit about Ojas and what that means. So Ojas is an essence that is like when we're feeling like really full of energy, it's connected to our vigor and an essence of vitality. So it's actually the result of really good digestion. So when we're digesting our food really well, our gut health is very, very good. Then this is the essence then of Ojas. We get this lovely glow of energy. So if you were to associate a goddess with Ojas, it would be Goddess Lakshmi. So she is very much associated with the essence of Ojas. So it's a vital energy that rules our immunity, our strength, and our happiness. So it's really connected to a joyful nature. Actually, this is one, when we have good Ojas, we have a joyful nature. We feel quite uplifted. We're quite well in our body. We're not getting, always getting infections and getting poorly with different things. We tend to maybe pick up a cold every now and then, but we kind of pass it off pretty quickly. So when our Ojas is weak, our health, our energy, and our spirit sag. So I love that word sag. It like really, it really kind of describes how we feel when we're just like lackluster, like we just feel like everything sags. So Ojas is the opposite of that. It's like when we're full of energy and vibrancy. So some of the things we can add in, and if you got the email today, there is a recipe on there for Ojas tonic, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't tried it, it's really lovely. And one of the main things from the yogic tradition that helps to build Ojas is actually ghee. So ghee is one of the best things we can add into our diet. Nuts, dates, raw milk, if you take milk, things like self-massage, all the stuff that I encourage everybody to do. But one of the main things that burns up Ojas the quickest is stress. So we really want to be kind of lowering the stress levels as much as possible and really starting to cultivate, because again, it is this time of year, this inward flow of energy that is this input, this nourishment. So we begin to really nourish ourselves from within. So we're going to go into a gentle warm-up practice to get our bodies nicely nourished. So I'm not going to overly stimulate the system because obviously we're going to bed. I want us all to be able to sleep. And if you've got a bolster, that would be amazing, because we're going to go into a supported fish pose at the end, and then I'll take you into a gentle deep breath and relaxation as well to finish. So I'm going to come up to standing and hope that everything stays put. Nothing goes too wonky. And hopefully you can see me in this light. If you can't see me, then just give us a shout and I can probably put the bigger light on. All right, good. So if you've got a map, that will be great. If you don't have a map, don't worry either, because that's not too bad if we don't. I'm going to put the bigger light on actually, because I think it'll be a bit light, a bit better for you to see. All right, good. So we're going to start off with the feet a bit wider than hip width apart, softening through the knees. Just loosen up your hips. So just let your hips have a little wiggle. And then we're just going to start off with the feet. So just giving the feet a little roll around. So just stimulating all of the reflex points on the soles of the feet. And bring that into the hip. And then maybe if you can get your balance, we can just circle a little bit as well. So just working into the hip there. And then over to the other side. So again, just working out the ankle and foot. And really what we want to be feeling into through these movements is that we're nourishing all of the joints, the muscles, and then into the hip. Again, if you can circle there, a little balance as well, good for the brain. Good. And then just shaking the legs out, so just give them a good shake off. And then we're going to get into the pelvis. So if you step the feet a bit wider, soften again through the knees, you're just going to circle the hips. Nice big circles for the hips. So just really bringing some juiciness into the hips, into the hip joints, into the pelvis. Keep the breath flowing nicely through. So again, we're nourishing with the breath as well. Okay, good. And then in the opposite direction. And keeping everything nice and soft. Good. And then give the hips a little shimmy. And I'm going to come into fingers. So fingers and hands and wrists. I'm going to bring the arms up to shoulder height with floreos. Softening through the arms. Lovely. And good, ladies. Good. And then we'll just take some nice snake arms. So a nice flow with the arms. Really imagining that your energy is flowing right out through your fingertips. Okay, lovely. And then bringing the arms down to your sides and shoulder rolls. Just taking that movement through the shoulders. Good. Lovely. So just giving everything a nice little bit of attention, a bit of nourishment today. Gorgeous. And then I'm just going to gently roll the head. Just both ways. Again, just releasing any pops and cracks. We're in Vata season at the moment, so we can just get a little bit of air into the joints. So I'm just going to gently twist. Again, just working through the spine as well. So just bringing the body down, we're moving into, well, we are in quite deeply into Kapha time of day now, which is the downward flow of energy, but also this Ojas time. So Kapha is very much associated with this Ojas. Okay, good. And then coming back into center. So give everything a nice little shake out. The feet are going to come now a little bit closer into hip width apart. Again, keeping the knees soft. I'm going to move into a mountain pose. So bringing yourselves into your Tadasana, however that is for you, but keep softness through the knees because we want to move energy now. So just keeping that softness. Now we're just going to gently rock a little back and forwards on the feet. And then we'll go side to side. Good, and then we're going to circle. So just gently grounding again. And if you want, you can just take the hands onto the front of the thighs. This also really helps your energy to ground. So if you are being affected by the element of air at the moment, and you can feel that anxiety, like overwhelm, then when you take your hands on the front of the thighs, it really helps your energy to ground itself. Coupled with the thymus tapping as well, it's going to really help at this time of year. Good. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction and just spiraling and grounding. Good. And just let yourself find your natural center. Let the hands release. Now we're going to come into another movement now, which is really great for lymphatic system as well. I'm going to take the right arm overhead and the left hand is going to come just below the navel. So we've got the arms like a circle in front with the knees soft. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in to extend through the spine, and then out breath to gently release into a side bend. Just really open up the rib cage. I'm going to take another breath in there. And then release it as you come back round the center. The arms flow. And then we're going to take another in-breath to lengthen the spine. And again, gently release into a side bend. Nice deep breath in, open up the rib cage. And then out breath as you flow again around the center. So we're going to do that one more time each side. So again, just starting to really support our body for sleep, and so that it can naturally detox and do all of its housekeeping while we sleep. We set up the best kind of circumstances, the best environment for that to happen. So next is like a fire breath. So we're going to sweep the arms up just above eye level with an in-breath, and then using a sharp out-breath, we're going to pull two fists into the waist. And it's like you're just starting to call your energy back from the day. So nice deep breath. And then again, in. So you begin to call all the energy back that you've given out today. And again, if you've had any difficult like conversations anywhere really that you've given your energy, we're just going to call that right back. Then turn the palms again, ground it. Lovely. And then arm rotations, gently. Just really open up the chest, activating that thymus gland again. And working with the breath. So really breathing in as the chest opens and releasing any stale air the bottom of the lungs as you close. Lowering the arms back gently to your sides. Lovely, give them a shake out. Everything, it's a nice little shake. I quite like to do like this Shakti shaking all the way through. And this, again, it just really helps support the lymphatic system. So we're going to bring the chin down in towards the chest. And then gently uncurl the head, let the head roll a little way back, but not too far back. In breath as the head lifts, and then out breath as the chin comes down. In breath. So again, just really stimulating the thyroid gland here. The parathyroid. And gently turn the head. Again, if you can work with the breath, so the breath comes into the center and moves out as you turn. Again, just notice how your neck is feeling. If you can have your eyes closed, it really helps us to feel. When our eyes are open, we're thinking, and when our eyes are closed, we're feeling. And the head comes back to center. This time I'm going to take ear just towards the shoulder, just to stretch the sides of the neck. Again, all those little lymph nodes around the neck. And just giving the body everything it needs to really support it through sleep. And then coming back to center, giving the shoulders a little roll there. I'm going to step the feet out. And the arms are going to come like a circle in front, soft through the elbows, soft through the shoulders. So we're going to move into a gentle twist side to side. Again, brilliant for the spine, but also good for the lymphatic system as well. So coming towards your right, you're going to turn the right foot out, lift the heel of the left foot and twist gently towards the right. And as the in-breath comes in, I'm going to sweep the arms in like a flow around the center to the other side. So taking right hand to left shoulder there. Again, with the breath, so you're just flowing around with the breath. This time I'm going to take the right hand into lower back, left hand to shoulder. So again, just really squeezing out any tension from the day. Twisting the spine beautifully. Gorgeous. Last time to the left. Beautiful. And then back to center. Bringing the feet a bit wider again, then hip width apart. I'm going to release through a lovely out breath through the mouth. So I'm going to cross the wrist, bring the arms overhead. Nice deep breath in to stretch, little back bend, and then make a sigh as you release it down towards the ground, your soft knees. So again, cross the wrist, breathing in. It's like you're clearing the whole energy field with the breath, and out through the mouth as you let go. Again, letting go of any stale old energy from the day. And one more time, breathe in. I'm going to keep the arms nice and wide. And just for a moment, again, just connect back to an intention that you had for yourself. And again, another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to bring that intention down through the crown of the head, down through the third eye center, down through the throat, and just really embed it through your energy field. And we really ground your intention back down to the earth. And again, just stepping the feet in a little bit so the feet come hip width apart. And just drop into your mountain pose again with your breath. And you might have an awareness of a vibration within your body now. Just started to really move energy. I'm going to move now into a beautiful sacred heart sequence, inspired by Drew and a little bit of ATS, American Tribal Style belly dance. All right, so hopefully you can see all right, but we're going to begin again from our mountain pose. I'm going to bring your hands into prayer position, and I'll just come up to the screen so you can see, but we're going to create this kind of this lotus, middle three fingers open, and then we're going to gently rise the lotus by running, like, I don't even know how to describe that. We're just going to kind of swap around as the hands rise. This is taken from our lovely puja that opens up the tribal style belly dance. Okay, so hands into prayer. and then opening up the middle 3 fingers. And then we're going to gently rise the lotus upward so that it comes up above the head. There you go. And then we're going to come back to your lotus flower above the head with an in-breath. And then gently close the lotus as you just bring it down towards the crown of the head. So you kind of make like a bud in the hands, and then breathe in as you open up towards the light. And it's just as if your lotus flower is just growing up towards the light. We're going to do that 3 times. Again, breathing in as you extend, and then breathe out as the hands come back together. Now this time we're going to extend your lotus flower upward and release the hands out. They're going to come out to the sides as you step your feet wide. We're going to go through this all again, and the hands are going to come behind your back. Now, if you can, the hands are going to come into prayer position at the back, and if not, you can just hold your wrists or even just a couple of your fists together. So however the hands work the best at the back, but the main thing is that we're going to open up the chest. I'm going to turn towards your right foot. And you might want to just separate your feet a little bit into like a kind of light warrior 1. So if you're going to come into warrior 1, that's where your leg positions are going to be. So we're taking a little back bend, lifting up the heart there, lifting up the chest, taking an in-breath, and then as you breathe out, we're going to lead with the center of the chest as you bend the front knee and fold down over the front leg, and the head drops down. And then from there, pushing into the front foot, we're going to gently uncurl as if you've been pulled up through the back of the neck. So we create this beautiful wave through the spine. And again, we're going to do that 3 times. So breathing in as the head comes up, and then breathing out as you lean forward. So this time we're going to hold the head there, straighten the front leg a little. Now release the hands, and then bend in the front knee, bring both arms to shoulder height and both hands face front. And now the left arm is going to come over the top like as if it's creating like a rainbow over the top of the head. And then both arms are about parallel. Okay, good. Now softening the elbows, we're going to straighten the front knee as you soften the elbows with an in-breath, and then as you breathe out, we're going to push away through the palms as you bend the front knee. So breathe in to soften, straighten the front leg, and then breathe out as you push. And again, really opening up that heart center with this movement. Very good. We're going to do that 3 times. Now the back arm, the left arm is going to come around in a full circle, and it's going to pick up underneath the right wrist. So again, we're going to just take that lovely floating lotus across the top as we gently transition towards the left. Good. Lovely. And then again, we're going to release the hands behind. So the hands are going to come again to the back in reverse prayer if that is available, or just holding the hands behind the back, lifting the chest, and the head's going to lift with an in-breath. And then as you breathe out, we're going to come down towards that front leg, bending the front knee for stability. Head drops in, and then we're going to gently spinal wave as the head comes up. It's that lovely flow through the spine, releasing down with the out breath. Gently lifting with the in-breath. And then a third, we're going to just hold there for a moment as the head comes down. It's like you're bowing down in towards your heart. Hands release, and then both hands face front. The front knee is bent, and the top, this right arm then is going to come over the top in a beautiful arc like a rainbow. Good. Then we're going to breathe in, straighten the front leg as you soften the elbows, and breathe out, gently push. It's just like you're expanding your heart, expanding your love. Brilliant. Good. And again, this back hand is going to come under. It's going to pick up with that lotus above the head as you step in And again, just going to allow that lotus to gently float down now. And bring it back into the heart, into that lovely lotus flower. And then we're going to close your lotus flower down into that lovely bud. Has everyone got that all right? Let's do it again. Go through it again, yeah? Let's do something. Track of the next. All right, good. So feet again hip width apart, hands in prayer position at your heart. And again, just having a couple of breaths to connect into the heart space. And then maybe just feeling into an intention, a heartfelt intention for yourself. And then we're just going to gently allow our intention, like a seed, to plant itself into the bud, into the core of this bud in your hands. And then we're going to gently begin to spiral the lotus upward towards the light. All the way up above your head. And then just really open out. So the thumbs come together, the little fingers come together, but the middle three fingers are open now as you offer your intention towards the light. So taking an in-breath there. And then as you breathe out, just going to gently close the fingers as you draw that lotus bud down towards your third eye. And then again, in breath, just let it float towards the light, it's floating lotus. Out breath again as you gently close the lotus. Again, offer it towards the light. Last time. And this time, as the lotus opens, we're going to take the hands a little bit more open into this lovely gesture of receiving. And then the hands are going to come around the back as the feet step wider. I'm going to turn towards the right leg. A little in-breath to really open up the heart there. And out-breath as we gently flow down. Just bowing into the wisdom of your heart. Really lovely movement. And as much as this sequence really opens up the heart space, it actually also really activates strongly this happiness point. So releasing the hands, bring them both out to shoulder height, and then the left arm just really opens up the sacred heart. Both hands now face out. In breath, straighten the front leg, and then out breath, push through the palms as you bend into that front leg. Everything's flowing, everything's moving beautifully. In breath and out breath, lovely. The left arm is going to come underneath, the wrist comes underneath, picking up in that beautiful floating lotus over the top towards the left. And then the hands again release, back and out to the back, around to the sides. Into reverse prayer, and then again lifting up the heart, out breath as we bow to the wisdom of the heart. In breath as you gently flow through the spine, out breath. In breath. And release down. Just taking a moment in that forward flowing movement, and then bringing the hands up again, palms face out. Right arm comes over the top, and just turning the key that opens the heart, breathing in and breathing out as you push and really open it up into that beautiful happiness point. It's said that the sound of the higher heart is the sound of a chuckle. The right arm comes down and through, picking up underneath that beautiful floating lotus as we step in into hip width apart, just letting the lotus gently float down. Bring the lotus in towards the heart. And then just closing up the fingertips again. It's just as if your intention just rests safely inside. Maybe in your mind's eye, you can see that intention as it comes to its fruition. Then again, just turn the palms in again so they just rest over the heart, and it's just as if you plant that seed of intention into the heart space. Good, and then give everything a nice little release off. And we're going to come down into a supported fish pose. So if you've got a bolster or a few pillars even, but just to elevate so that you're a little bit elevated up. And again, if you've got any lower back issues, then obviously really only go as far as your body will allow. We're going to gently drape over the bolster. And if you want to keep your knees bent, you can do that and just let your legs rest together with the toes turned in towards each other and the arms open. Or you can have your legs extended. However that feels good, really, just finding that place that works really well for you. And as you rest into this pose, just come into a gentle, seasoned breath. Just allowing your body to come to a place of rest now. And as you become aware of your breath, maybe you can even begin to hum a little into the Brahmari breath. Really activate the heart center. Maybe begin to create a coherent breath, maybe with a 4-count in breath, 4-count out breath. So just start to get that beautiful flow like the ocean waves flowing. Begin to notice the uniqueness of the breath. This is how each breath holds a seasonal cycle. Each one different and yet the same. Beginning of the in-breath, the dawn of spring. Peak at the top of the in-breath, the fullness of summer. The release of the out-breath, the letting go into autumn. And the stillness of the empty breath, quiet at the end, quiet and calm of winter. In breath, the dawn of spring. and into the fullness of summer. Release to autumn and the stillness of winter. Just following another round of that breath. First in-breath, the dawn of spring. Fullness of the in-breath, fullness of summer. Releasing into the autumn. And then into the stillness of winter. This lovely posture really allows us to deeply rest. And to really activate this thymus gland, this beautiful happiness point. Brings us into a space of really Ojas, this beautiful place of high vitality. Connecting into this lovely place. Maybe just as you rest here, you just ask your heart, the wisdom of your heart, what does love want to share with me today? What does love want to share with me today? Maybe a word, maybe a feeling, maybe an image or a colour. Just love have to share with me today. Take your last deep breaths there. And move into a more comfortable Shavasana, or you can stay where you are. I'm going to go into a full breath of the seasons, kind touch, yoga nidra. So finding a place that really works for you. If you want to have your legs up the wall, you can do that, or just getting comfortable somewhere really cozy. And just letting your body land. Finding that lovely, perfect place for you. Just resettling in. Back to that coherent breath. 4 count in breath. 4 count out breath. As we notice the breath, again first in breath, dawn of spring, to the fullness of summer, releasing into the letting go of autumn, full out breath, quiet of winter. Just allowing the seasons of the breath to roll through. begin to understand that every cell, every muscle, every bone, every organ, every single system within your body is completely and utterly and totally connected to nature. It's connected to the seasons and the cycles and the earth and the moon. Every part of you vibrates with this wisdom, this intelligence. There's nothing within you that you do not know already. All the wisdom is there. So take a moment to imagine that something really, really good is coming your way. A pleasing sense of anticipation. Notice how this feels in your body, like a warm inner smile. So bring our attention to the body and begin to visit places in our body and imagine that they were touched by a kind, reassuring touch. A kind touch to the forehead, stroking the jaw and the cheeks and around the eyes. Gentle touch to the face. Kind, reassuring touch for the right arm, from the shoulders to the fingertips. And a kind, reassuring touch for the left arm, from the shoulders to each fingertip. A gentle touch across the collarbones, the heart, the navel, the centre of the pubic bone. Kind, reassuring touch for the right leg, from the hip to the tips of the toes, and the left leg, from the hip to the tips of the toes. Kind, reassuring touch filling the pelvic bowl. Kind and reassuring touch along the whole length of the spine, top to the base, back of the waist, behind the heart, to the top of the back and across the shoulders. And the gentlest of touch to each temple, each eye, the cheeks, the nose, and both sides of the jaw. The whole body is touched by a kind, reassuring touch. And with each in-breath, feel kindness expand to fill the whole body. And on the out-breath, it draws back in to nourish the body. Breathing in to expand kindness. And breathing out intensifies kindness back into the body, as if gathering the energy of kindness there. Now imagine that you could journey down inside your body, where you can rest in a safe, comfortable nest. Just the right kind of softness. Just the right cushions and blankets for you to rest perfectly. Protected here. Take time to admire this beautiful home. Noticing the breath once more. How each breath holds a seasonal cycle. Each cycle different in its own. Start the in-breath, the dawn of spring, and into the fullness of summer, and releasing it into the autumn, the quiet summer and winter. Notice how the seasons roll effortlessly through you. Where your belly rises, breath always follows the release and the emptying of the out breath. Take another moment to imagine that something really good is coming your way. An openness to receive goodness. Notice how it feels in the body. Like a warm inner smile. Just begin to deepen your breath. Bring a little movement back when you're ready to your fingers and your toes. And the stretching feels good. Taking a little rock from side to side. And rolling off to one side, maybe curling up in a little ball for a moment. And just close with a lovely reading from Elizabeth Gilbert. Never forget that once upon a time, in an unguarded moment, you recognized yourself as a friend. And in that moment of recognition, this is when we save ourselves from the self that was never real to begin with. This is when we see the eyes of the heart. So when you're ready, slowly and gently bringing yourselves back to a seated position again. Just bring the palms together. Again, just create a little heat in your hands. And then gently cupping the palms over your eyes, just letting your eyes rest into the warmth of your hands. Just taking a moment to really cherish yourself in these last few moments. Massaging your face, your beautiful face, your head, your neck, your shoulders, and just really applying love to yourself. And rubbing the palms again together to create a little bit of heat, and this time again just come back to where we started, connected back into the happiness point, heart chakra, Hridaya, the higher heart, where the sound is just a chuckle. We allow that beautiful inner smile radiate from your heart to your face, to your eyes. As you open your eyes to a beautiful, restful, full of gratitude for this day that will never come again. Thank you everybody for being here. Beautiful to see you all. Love you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
Night night.
Thank you so much.
Night night.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
Loads of love.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.